Hello, everyone. Happy New Year, wherever you are as well. Listen, I did not expect we were going to have some breaking news, but unfortunately, we have got some news confirming as well that Enzo Maresca has now as party company with Chelsea FC. That is now have been confirmed with by the club as well, which I will give it. He has party company after his last game yesterday. Last game before was the 2-2 draw against Bournemouth as well. So this is really breaking news coming out just in the last couple of minutes. We had a feeling that this was going to come sooner over the last 24, 48 hours about his future. It intensified. So, but we have got the breaking news as well, which I will get up the statement as well shortly as well. But the breaking news in Chelsea have party company with Enzo Maresca, who joined the club last in some last summer of 2024, and unfortunately that is everything's now has now come to fruition. So I will get that club statement from Chelsea as well. We'll also have some guests joining us shortly as well. Please, if you want to get involved in the chat, hit the chat button. We'll post it up as well. So yes, let's get on with some news reaction as well. And we've got the Chelsea statement here as well, which I will put up on the screen just in a second. And now just coming up, which is really going to be interesting with this one. It's not as much. This is in the live statement as well. So in this scenario here on the stream as well, just to confirm here that Chelsea Football Club and Enzo Maresca have party company. During this time at the club, Enzo led the team to success in the UEFA Conference League and the FIFA Club World Cup. Those achievements will remain an important part of the club's recent history. We thank you for his contributions to the club, with key objectives and still to play across 4 competitions, including qualification for Champions League football. Enzo and the club believe a change gives them the best chance of getting the season back on track. We wish Enzo well for the future. So that is pretty much was confirmed in that statement as well. So yeah, it's very surprising in a way this is coming. I did expect to go live on New Year's Day with this announcement as well. So yeah, Enzo has left now. So let's just go back on there as well, and hopefully just say good hello to Chris. So Chris, happy New Year to you as well, and I will just get up of what you just said as what you confirmed as well. So he said Rosinha nailed on it. Seems considering Strasbourg, Chelsea sister club. Don't be shocked if Glasgow is tempted too as well. And also you said Maresca still has won 2 trophies as much as I don't rate him as well. So yeah, it's really interesting how things have just panned out so in the last couple of days as well. So it's not surprising, but in a way you could see this was going to happen. The one where there was going to be a bit of a battle, and if you look back a couple of weeks ago, it was all going back to when they beat Everton 2-0. He actually spoke about he was not he said this was the worst 48 hours since joining the club, regarding all this stuff was going on as well. And it's not surprising how this is panned out to be, with how he said. And we have heard some stuff what was going on. There's these comments, we didn't know if it was aimed at the board or the club or the owners itself, but there was some news going on. That from what BBC have said, that there was some friction with brewing months before that. Maresca had hoped to raise his profile by following the Blues' successes through opportunities outside the club. He was planning to publish the books before being blocked. He spoke at the Il Festival dello Sport as well, which was at the time, to publish his book without the club's permission. He had publicly disagreed with the club of not signing the central defender after Levi Colwell injury happened, which left Josh Ackerman to stay as well, who expected to request a transfer. Unfortunately, that did not happen. So, and also recently as well, Maresca did switch agents. He left the Vatsman agency to Georgia Jose Mendes, who there was talked about potential successor to Pep Guardiola at Man City, which Maresca dismissed. And also he was linked with Juventus as well. So this is all come to fruition as well with this. And as I said, it is not surprising it's led to this as well. And as you see, just seen in the oh no, so just on the screen, what Chris said is what was said that the bookie's favourite at the moment is Liam Rossina at Strasbourg, who is the sister club with Bulko at Chelsea, who has done quite a good job there, and he wouldn't be surprised. Chelsea want to find a permanent manager. They don't want no interim manager at this current time, so that's what's going to happen as well. Where we see, but yes, it's very surprising. This is not surprising in a way that this decision has come to to mutual agreement of as well, and which means that Chelsea will need to get a manager in. Do they put an interim manager for the Sunday's game against Man City on this weekend, or do they get Rossini as soon as possible? It should not be any issues with that for if he's going to be the favourite at the moment as well. So yeah, this is like a big news for Chelsea fans, and especially Enzo's only been at the club for over nearly 18 months as well. So as I said, Rossini is nailed on it. I think don't be surprised over Glasner as well. He's not signed a contract extension yet at Crystal Palace as well. So yeah, this is very shocking news, and well, expect on the New Year's Day at the start of 2026. So yeah, surprising. We should get some guests coming on soon as well. So hopefully we'll have Reese and hopefully we'll come on as well too. So yeah, it's surprising with that one, and this is especially he's had a bit of it's been deterioration completely between the coach and the club itself. There's been questions about the transfer policy as well of him. He was frustrated of not the club itself of him not bringing experienced players that were Chelsea's transfer policy, bringing young players in as well. So we will, it's surprising. Let's look at the bookies' favourite on the odds as well. I will bring that up. Manager odds coming up now. This has been trending long on. Liam Rossini is now backed on odds to replace Maresca as well. You can see on he's 4-9. Over Glasner is 10-1. Just behind him, he's the second favourite. Xavi is 9-1 favourite as well. Who Xavi's not being that experience as well, So, and then also you have links of Cesc Fabregas, Andor Allo, and Frank Lampard as well. So yeah, there's a lot of rumors that's going to be happening as well, which we will keep an eye on that during the course as well. So yeah, it's surprising. Everything's all kicked off now and completely. So as I said, Chelsea at the moment where they are at the table, they drew 2-2 against Bournemouth. Sorry, I just had a little bit of technical difficulty. Just pressed the back button by accident. As I was saying, with Chelsea's situation, it's very concerning what's happening. But in a way, Maresca is now pretty much a goner anyway. Yes, we are waiting for Streamlabs to behave. Reese, I accidentally hit the back button by accident as I'm on the split screen. So apologies for that. Hopefully we'll get Reese to join us shortly as well. But yeah, it's not surprising how things have gone in a way. So yeah, we'll hopefully get Reese's take on it soon. Hopefully we'll get him, just to join us in the next couple of minutes as well. So yeah, it's interesting how this is all panned out completely. So it really is. And as I said, what does happen to, for them, especially on the manner of this, where Chelsea are at the moment in the table as well. Just have a look here. They're the fifth at the moment. They are way behind Arsenal. They are on 15 points behind Arsenal, which is not good enough. But as I said, 10 points behind Man City as well. And when you got Aston Villa who went on a good winning run till they lost to Arsenal, they're 9 points behind, and it's disappointed. It's not a good start for Chelsea. It's not been a good much time for Chelsea, especially in a way. So as it is, where Chelsea have got a lot to deal with and handle going forward this and manner as well. So should, like I said, we'll have Reece joining us shortly as well, get his take on it as well. So yeah, it is a really, really, really interesting next 24, 40 hours for Chelsea of who did they bring in. It's going to be Liam Senior or is it going to be Other Glasgow? Who knows? It's probably will be heads match on Liam Senior. But as I said, we'll look at, if it is Liam Senior, let's look at back his managerial career, how he's done at the moment. His first managerial job was at Hull at Derby County as the interim manager, for that couple of years, and then he went to Hull City for 2 years, where they nearly got into the playoffs in the 2023-24 season, when they finished just outside seventh place, missing out in the playoff. And he's been at Strasbourg since July 2024, and he extended his contract this last April as well. He's really done well at Strasbourg with a 50% winning rate, just been there 62 games. And look at Strasbourg last season, they finished seventh with that youth squad, and at the moment they're fifth, and they're really playing some good football at the moment. Really some good players in the squad as well. So yeah, so hopefully get Reece to come on as well shortly as well. So yeah, it's interesting. I want your views on it as well too. And yeah, it's surprising how this is going to pan out as well. So, but yeah, it's a lot of stuff has happened over the last just come out really rapidly. So yeah, it's going to be a interesting to see what Liam Senior's style of player is going to be for Chelsea. If he does come in, respecting it's going to be a long-term contract as well. So hopefully we'll get Reece to join us as well, hopefully in the next few minutes, and get his take on this as well. So it's, in a way, it's what interesting. Maresca joined the club in July 2024 after his first managerial job was at Leicester before Chelsea. He just got Leicester promoted to the Premier League. Hi there. Again, I'm still getting used to Streamlabs. The way I'm using the split view, so apologies for that. It's just, let's just get Liam Senior's um his career path, where he's been and what he's been doing. Like I said, he's a former player, played in Premier League with Hull as well, looking at vice versa as well. So yeah, just wait for Streamlabs to behave properly, and I'm getting used to this as well. Hopefully it will be better over the course of the next couple of days as well. So let's look at Enzo Maresca's managerial career and where he started. He was under Pep Guardiola at Man City as one of the assistant coaches as well. His first managerial job was at Parma, only in 2021. And his first managerial job was at Leicester City in the Championship, and he got them promoted in that season as well in the Premier League, and then he joined Chelsea after he agreed a 5-year contract extension as well. His first game he lost to Man City. Then he led the fourth place finish in his first season after Chelsea was at his first season were potential challenges, but he played it down eventually as well. So yeah, for then all of a sudden, and they did, they missed out. They didn't do well in the tactical games, but they finished fourth. His first team time to qualified on the Thomas Kukoc since the 2021-22 season. And Maresca won his first trophy just by winning the Conference League by beating Real Betis 4-1 in the final, which meant that Chelsea was the only team to win all the three current main competitions. Then he guided his team to victory to the FIFA Club World Cup last summer by beating PSG in the final as well. Also, yeah, it's just been such issues with him and the high ups in what's been going on as well with the high authorities as well with Todd Bowley and Clear Lake Co as well. So there's so much issues going to be there. Like I said, hopefully we'll get Reese to join us as well, and we'll get his take on it as well too. So yeah, as well. Good morning, KC. Yeah, Clown Lake strikes again, the most coolest club in the club for a long time as well. Let's say good morning to Reese. Reese, how you doing?
Hello, mate. I'm all right. How are you?
I'm not too bad. I did expect to be broadcasting, especially at this time on New Year's Day. And well, let's start off. Chelsea Park Company with Enzo Maresca. What's your take on this?
I'm gonna be straight up. I've just seen a report from Ornstein that actually contradicts everything. So Enzo Maresca's actually been talking to City representatives since October, since end of September, October time. So I actually don't think this is on as fully as the Chelsea board as people want it to be, but it's still a problem that they are not able to handle the situation properly. But I think there's more to it than meets the eye. But like, he's basically forcing himself into the City job, and I think that's not a. I don't think that's a good thing at all. But if he wants the job, then wait till later. Like right now, like he's not going to get into the job at the minute. So what's the point? But I feel like whatever's going on with the ownership as well, it's not having a good reflection on him either. It's not good.
No, it's not good at all, actually. We do expect Chelsea to get a permanent manager, hopefully, in the next couple of days or so.
I think it'll be an interim, probably John Terry or something.
Would you rather have an interim or a permanent manager? Because they have been linked to Liam Livicini's odds on favourite at the moment, behind Oliver Glasner and Xavi. Do they just get an interim manager until the end of the season, or do they bring in a permanent one at this current time?
They're technically still in the title race, so I think that pretty much explains what they should do. But I don't think personally that they're. I don't think they're in a position to do anything, if I'm being honest. And I think if they have a manager in mind, go get them. If they don't know who to get, then you've got to go for an interim.
Yeah,
but I think that's more meets the eye, to be honest.
It certainly does as well. And Casey's just pointed this out here as well. The club is filled with PR. It's all smoke and mirrors. Everything that you can do, and they still can't do it. They can't still do it well. And and even Chris Welsh said, Welsh said earlier, Maresca still won 2 trophies as much as he doesn't rate him. And like the Casey, Clown Lake strikes again. The problem is, and I was saying this to myself the last couple of hours, and I said, and me and Doug was talking about this last night or with voice messaging, and I said we talked about this on the 20 podcast a couple of weeks ago. We said that when he came out about his worst 48 hours at the club, we came at something was brewing up. We just did, especially with all the links to him with Man City, him now changing ownership with Jorge Mendes. It just comes to fruition. There was that something was not right. This is what I read earlier on. What I read at the start, he had his autobiography that the club did not approve as well. He went without the club's permission. He's not been happy with the transfer strategy with Chelsea buying young players instead of buying experienced players. And you can see this is all brewing up for a while. Like you just said, from October, he's had talks with Man City. He's been linked with Juventus as well. So why is he acting behaviorally strangely when you just won the Club World Cup just before early last summer.
I think there's so many questions that can be asked, but the answers are only going to come from him if and when he decides to give them. I think Chelsea, it makes a lot of sense now that Glasner doesn't want to renew his contract with Palace as well. Maybe he was tipped off, maybe at some point, I don't know. But I also feel like I don't know if Glasner would go to Chelsea. It's not in the sense of is because he's not good enough, but like you're going from Palace to Chelsea. That's just not a healthy decision,
No.
especially if from a London club to another. Like it's for me, that's asking for trouble. Like if he does that, I think he would. I think if he's smart, he won't go there. But then again, we've seen Pochettino, we've seen Mourinho do it, so I suppose he could do the same if he wants to. But I think Glasner has a bit of a head between his shoulder blades. I don't think he'll take up the job. Rosenior, if he gets the job, then I don't think it's anything to do with his managerial credibility. I'm sorry. No. It's purely because he manages Strasbourg. If he wasn't managing anybody else, let's be real, if he wasn't managing Strasbourg, then I would have said, you know what, decent opportunities, he's an okay manager, but they own like whole Clear Lake or Clown Lake or Donkey Lake or shit between the stake. Like,
yeah,
they all own Strasbourg, so it's not like it's a. I think Rosenier's good, but he'd effectively be a yes man.
Yeah, I think it would be yes man indeed. It's just so much, especially he's only been at Strasbourg for over a year and a half, and I just don't know if he's the right man to, in a way, if he is. It's like I said, Chelsea will give someone a big long-term contract. And I think this was the issue. They did that with Maresca. They did that with Graham Potter. Look how that turned out.
Yeah,
and it's so much fight in this of Chelsea. It's still like the same issues like with the old ownership under Roman Abramovich. But as I said, right now, Chelsea got a huge game against Man City on Sunday, Reece. So how are they going to focus on that completely? Especially. He took especially the way they perform against Bournemouth as well, and he took off Cole Palmer as well, which was very controversial. And he wasn't doing any media talks. You could sense that something was not right.
I mean, I think that was right to take Palmer off. To be honest, I'm surprised it was the only game he's done it. Palmer's been awful for months, and he's not playing himself into form. And Chelsea fans with eyes wide open will admit that. Chelsea with the blinkers on will say, no, Palmer didn't deserve to come off.
Yeah.
So, no doubt, Casey in the chat, who I'm suspecting is a Chelsea fan.
That's why I will see it.
Mm-hmm. No doubt, Casey will have eyes wide open, not blinkers, and Casey will be able to confirm as well that Palmer's been shite for months. But I also think the system isn't getting enough out of Palmer, but if it's to do the system, then that's another thing as well. But like, I think there's just so many issues with Chelsea in terms of what do they do for Sunday. Pray. Chelsea are. You would like to say it's right place, wrong time, or anything like that, where they can turn it around and get a good performance. But I'm gonna say on a limb, I'll be surprised if Man City don't score at least 5 against Chelsea this weekend. I know that sounds harsh, but that team, you look at Chelsea, yes, they're still sitting in the top 4, rightly so, because they've had a relatively consistent, in terms of the league season, relatively consistent, but the actuality of it is I don't think, because they've now just went and bin Maresca, there's no way they're going to turn around and get a result. No. I'll be surprised. So I don't think it's going to be a good day at the office. I don't think it's going to be an okay day at the office for Chelsea this weekend. I think they're going to get well and truly pumped to start the new year. So I hope they've invested in Durex, because they're going to need that.
Yeah, they're going to need that as well. And looking at just the reason is as well, and Cavasoko's why Maresca left Chelsea from Sky Sports. The first reason, results. They're not been good enough. Chelsea have only won the past 7 league games. They have dropped 20 points, Reece, in both the Champions League and the Premier League this season. And also, there's also been disagreements behind the scenes about return to play protocols for injured players, where Chelsea has an independent medical department to have their final say. From their Chelsea's point of view, their head coach had never had the final say when it came to that.
Yeah, I don't understand that. For me, a manager should always have final say. Now, of course, the medical staff outrank the manager when it comes to medical purposes, but when a manager is declared fit to play, then by all means, they should then just be able to just go ahead and use them. So I don't understand why Maresca didn't get enough say on that. That makes no sense at all. That's like going to AC Milan and telling Allegri, oh, by the way, Pulisic has just came back from another injury, but we've decided we're not going to let you play him for 3 months. Allegri would probably have those medical staff out on a spike.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder maybe, and this is just a bit harsh, but I don't mean it to be harsh, but what if Enzo Maresca, as a man, this might sound very harsh, what if Enzo Maresca as a man is a complete pussy? I know that's not a nice thing to say about somebody, but what if he is? Like, what if Enzo Maresca straight up is a pussy and he refused to put his foot down? He refused to stand up for himself. Because if he's not having the final say on that, then what else is he not allowing himself to get the final say on?
Yeah.
Because one thing that's for sure that he's had final say on is transfers.
That's all your hands down completely, yeah.
Because there's no way anybody signed by Chelsea under his tenure is not a Maresca type player, which, by the way, is bad for Chelsea now. Because Chelsea now need to go and get another possession-based manager. And I don't associate Chelsea with possession football.
No, you don't. No, really, you don't with Chelsea. And is Liam Vecino, is he possession based? Is that something they'll look at? Or do they really go for a high profile manager like Xavi, who's still available, who has no experience in the Premier League, like I said early on? Or do they have to go, like you said just moments ago, do they have to get an interim manager or getting John Terry till the end of the season?
It's possible. I've just seen here as well. I wonder if it's because they're French. This is just something off the topic. I was looking for the Liam Rosenia information, but I found something. Because PSG won everything for the you know how FIFA do the FIFA Best Year Awards?
Yeah.
PSG won everything, so FIFA have now scrapped it.
Wow.
As of this year, there will be no FIFA the Best Awards because of PSG's dominance. I'm sorry, but you could have done that during the Barcelona days. You could have done that during the Real Madrid period. Why is it going to be PSG?
I know.
But Rosenia, I'm pretty sure, plays a mixture of possession and a bit of pressing football, I believe.
Yeah.
So I wonder, that might help. To be fair, I haven't really enjoyed a full Chelsea team since maybe Mourinho's second run or Ancelotti.
I think it's between, I think Mourinho's second run actually was probably the best time I see Chelsea play really good football. And since
I liked Ancelotti's first season just because I liked the constant changing of the system, but the players didn't change. I really liked it.
Yeah, I agree as well. I think I could play a bit of part as well when Thomas Tuchel came in briefly for that, when he got Chelsea, unexpected to beat Man City, and especially the way he, so that could have been part. As with the Chelsea situation as well, because now it's now day one of the transfer window. Reece, the thing is, you got players like Raheem Sterling, Axel Desai, and Tariq George, who are both linked away, all of them linked away to move from the club. Where the way he's treated Raheem Sterling, more likely of not giving him a strength. But I know he's had his performance issues, which we know, but to publicize him and trying to. That has not really helped himself. He's with his stock at the moment.
Yeah, I think it's just overall an issue that they just suck at, and it says a lot. Okay, so Kate said so he stood up for him. Okay, he was willing to work with them, but they're in the same situation. Okay, Well, if that's the case, then how did he lose the battle with the medical staff? Then that's the only thing. I hope half the squad put in their transfer request. Interesting.
Yeah. As like I said, it's just when who called the nickname in the bomb squad with the players that had the link. It's just it's
You know who's going to suffer now as well? I just thought of something. You know who's going to suffer now because of Maresca leaving? Coco Melon. Sorry, that's a friend's joke that a friend of mine has for Mark Cucurella.
yeah.
Cucurella's going to go into decline now. Because right now, arguably, you could say he's been the best left back in the Premier League this season.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And now he'll probably shit the bed now. I also don't see who'll benefit as well with that.
Yeah.
That switch up. Like, I mean, I don't care what happens to Garnacho. I don't care. I think Esteval will be good under a new manager, whoever it'll
I
be.
think he does. I think he's going to be the main focal point now for Chelsea for years to come.
Where would you play him though? Because I actually think people see him as a winger. People see him as a 10. I think he's more of a 10.
I see that as well. He's more of a 10 than on the wings. He's more better of a 10.
But I think he is some exceptional talent though.
Yeah. For Chelsea to get him, especially he was linked with so much big clubs, it's
yeah, he is what Arsenal fans claim Lewis Skelly is. Esteval is a generational talent.
Yeah.
I still don't know how Arsenal fans can claim that. It's absolutely funny.
I don't know as well, but yeah,
They're a strange bunch.
Yeah, it's so much to delve in with everything that just happened, and you could tell from the last, and I'm just looking on it, just reading, looking at the Athletic right now, actually, and just look at just with every thing, and we'll get more depth for that. But like you said, where does Chelsea go from here? We don't know, and I think this is something that they're gonna need to really, if they get another yes by the end, I just don't see Chelsea finishing in the top 4 this season.
I don't think so either. Between now and the end of the season, that's for sure. It's going to be very contentious. I'm just not sure what they're.
Yeah, I'm the same as well. I don't know where as well, and I think, especially. I don't think they will sign any players in January if they're not going to have the manager in by the time. So,
it's so confusing, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And I think that's the problem. I think that's the problem with Chelsea. I actually don't think they know where they're going.
No, I don't know where they're going as well. And yeah, it's just, as I said, as the more I've been reading Athletic and everything, and reading this is what I'm reading Athletic just now, it's just things. I know I was saying this with Doug and both the Andrews. I was saying that, I think when it comes to American ownership in the Premier League, they just run the club down, and I think that's why you're seeing the likes of people still criticize FSG at Liverpool. Same with us at Leeds as well, with the 49ers.
Same with us. Same with the Glazer clowns.
And also with what's happening with bloody after Hibs got rid of Bill Foley, what's happening with Bournemouth at the moment as well. So, yeah, you can't deal with people who don't know what they're doing. The owners originally let go the entire medical staff. Squad were still playing through injury like Fernandes. Enzo managed the injury prone. Yeah. It really baffles with everything because like I said, just last month on the 12th of December, Maresca was named manager of the month of November, and then 3 weeks later, today he's gone. So, and they just beat Chelsea around that time as well in November as well. So in Barcelona, against Barcelona as well. So. And also, I think Chelsea got an issue with their disciplinary as well. I think that's why I think it's been Maresca's downfall as well. A bit of Maresca's downfall, a bit with the disciplinary because they have had play. I
was going to say they've had a lot of that, haven't they?
Yeah. They have. So I just yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know what is going to happen, and this is now drawing parallels with what's happened with Tuchel, the same situation, and yeah,
Mm.
it's
They would
just
have they'd have been Premier League champions again by now if they kept Tuchel.
oh yeah, oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, I would have said the same thing as well. You know,
But I'm I'm perplexed. Like I am just because I don't really think they know who, like, even if whoever comes in, I think even if whoever comes in, I don't think they actually know how far they can go with this new manager, whoever it's going to be.
yeah,
It seems like it's asking for trouble rather than resolving a problem. But when you look at Chelsea's squad, and it's not a terrible squad either, it's actually a very good squad. It's just, well, as we say, it's got the disciplinary record of a school student. It's just horrible in that way. They need to really do better. Will they? I don't know, but
mm.
this might be just what a few other clubs have been waiting on. The likes of Villa, I would say Man United, but we drew to Wolves, so I'm not even going to include as that conversation.
With
But
that, could you include Sunderland in that discussion? With their good start, with their
nah,
no, that's
nah, they'll fade. I think Sunderland will drop down to about 9th or 10th in the league.
yeah,
I think they'll plummet right down. There's no way they get a European place. It's not that they're a bad team. It's just
no.
that that squad will crash out.
Yeah, yeah, and listen, they're gonna have, and especially the squad, if the next measure comes in, they're gonna have to get the best out of the players up front because João Pedro is their top goal scorer, is actually their top one of the top goal scorers in the Premier League. Pedro Neto's 15, but when you brought players like Liam Delap in, who's only scored 2 goals since he's joined Chelsea, and
Mm,
it's a huge concern that they need to sort the forward position where they need player, So that's something that Chelsea would need to do is when they let someone like Nicholas Jackson go. Yes, I know he has disciplinary issues, but yeah, it's like I said, they signed Liam Delap, João Pedro, who was supposed to try to bring the goals, and Liam Delap has not done as much. Like I said, with his injury prone at the moment, he's not scored any goals in the Premier League this season as well. He's only had which is very surprising because I thought he would have had at least a couple of goals, but João Pedro's had to be the one who is 6 goals this season.
mm. But then again, though, like even Nicholas Jackson, who you've just brought up, like Nicholas Jackson's already been told like he will not be staying at Bayern Munich anyway.
Exactly.
Like that says a lot. Even when they signed him, I remember Ule Hoeneß saying, even when Nicholas Jackson got signed, "Oh yeah, we're not keeping him."
Yeah, exactly. So I can see, like I said, I would be surprised Chelsea he'll be back next summer and he'll be the focal point again because he's not done well. He's not had a good. He's had a bit of a slow start because he only scored 3 goals in 12 games for Bayern Munich in Bundesliga this season, and he's only had so he's not had a lot of. He's only been coming off the bench, hasn't he? So
Yeah, but remember, people like to claim that the Bundesliga is easy. They like to claim the Bundesliga is easy. Well, explain Nicholas Jackson then.
yeah,
Because he ain't doing so well.
aye, and especially he wanted to stay at Chelsea. He did not want to go.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that he wanted to stay, and to be fair, he would have done better with him.
Yeah,
But I guess they had other ideas.
they had other ideas as well. Yeah, I think, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Bayern Munich ends to terminate his loan deal, and he probably would be back there if whoever comes in will I want Nicholas Jackson back.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Just for Casey, who do you want as the next Chelsea manager?
Yeah, that would be interesting. I'd like to know who will be the next Chelsea manager as well with that one. Yeah. Well, yeah, so much to delve on that one, Reese, and probably this is going to talk more about it over this weekend with yourself and Stefan, and probably will be myself and Doug next week once we get back to do the 20 next week, because that's going to be a lot to delve in. And yeah, we'll need to discuss about that because I am off on annual leave next week, so it gives you a lot of time to catch up on a lot of things. So yeah, but
I'm on annual leave the following week, the 12th. I'm looking forward to it. So, but the funny thing is, when I look at it in the right way, I honestly have no like I actually don't know what we can further say or add to it.
no, I don't think so. I don't think we have it at the moment. We've said what we need to say, and I think yeah, it's going to be interesting what happens between now and this weekend. Before I think this is the last Premier League game before the FA Cup, and Chelsea got to go away to Charlton. So they need to who's going to be the manager is going to be on the dugout, not just at the 8 this Sunday, but also the following weekend, in the Premier League as well, before the FA Cup against Charlton.
That's another one. I forgot about that actually. You would still expect them to progress. No offense to Charlton, but
yeah, but you're right about that. But I think if you think about it, because Nathan Jones will be up for it no matter what. Which team will come to the Valley?
I suppose maybe I'm just looking at it in that mindset. Like they're still a bigger team. They're much more of a favourite, but I don't think Chelsea will have much of a problem against Charlton. I really don't. I think they'll be fine. The only thing that will stop Chelsea from winning is Chelsea themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, and also next weekend, after Man City, they've got a big West London derby against Fulham at Craven Cottage as well. So, yeah.
It's not a bad game for them. Like it's not a bad game, like to try and maybe turn things around.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't count your chickens, I suppose.
No, you couldn't at the moment. You can't at the moment anyway. Well, we'll finish it off anyway. Let's finish. We've been on for at least nearly over 40 minutes, and actually, despite I had a bit of I hit the back button by accident a few times when I went off, but on the switch screen. But I'm getting used to Streamlabs, and it's worked decently well. So
you're streaming it from Streamlabs. So what source have you
Streamlabs Top Studio? Yeah.
Yeah, have you connected it to like YouTube or something? Like
yes.
What have you used? Oh, that's cool because I've got Streamlabs as well as the app. I was looking at Talk Studio to see what it'd be like as an actual source because I'm thinking I might do that. So like, have you found out what your like your storage value is, like storage space, like how much can you hold on this?
Yeah, I will look into that. I think I could hold quite a good amount actually. So a good amount, better than the was complete when it was on the EvaMux. It was only 50 gigs. So I think this is a little bit more. So yeah,
EvaMux is 15 gig.
EvaMux was 50 when 50. It was on the Pro plan. Yeah,
because I'm thinking about. I've got nothing against them. Like I've got nothing against StreamYard at all, but they're not improving the size of their hours. Like
no,
the most I can get is 400.
Okay, yeah, no, it's just a limited streaming, so there's no. So it's limited streaming, so there's no absolute
unlimited storage on this.
Yeah, so I got a 30-day recording storage for 30 days.
And then in the meantime, whatever you got after 30 days, it just goes.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So it kind of saves us a lot, especially when we've done the past stuff. It gives, it just, especially what we do on it, like here, it just restarts again. So it's like a rolling, then when it's on like stream out EvaBooks, they delete because you have to delete it yourself mainly.
So after 30 days, after what you've done, it will just clear itself.
Yeah.
And then resets.
It will just resets. It's like a rolling, yeah.
Well, in that case, I wonder I might move on to this as well then and just start using. The only thing I want to know is if I can create like a studio, like you can do on StreamYard. You can create a a studio so you can have the same
it should.
link every time.
That's what I'm looking into as well too. So that's why I'm hopefully you can do. So I'm hopefully that can be a possibility. So it's just getting new to me, but I'm hopefully when I look at this when we're doing this after, I like to see if that can be used again. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at I'm probably gonna go for the $9.99 a month at the minute. I don't know if I might go up to 17. 17 will be easy because multiple cameras. That's the 30-day storage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for I'll go for that then because that's gonna be better than because I'm paying 43 a month.
I know. So I was paying a lot.
47 on StreamYard. I'm gonna look at that. You can level up your streams with branding and Streamlabs Ultra.
Yeah, that's what I'm on. So I got the StreamYard Ultra for 27 months where I got everything where I can do, including the desktop version, so I can actually, because I want to use the desktop version as well as the web-based version as well. So
because I've got Streamlabs as the actual app. Tell you what, I'll upgrade this. I mean, you'll just reconvene straight after the show.
Aye, absolutely.
Well, they are at the same time.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks everyone that's watched today, though.
Thank you everyone for watching as well. Yeah, like I say, you'll see Reese and Stefan on this weekend on Inside the Show at 11:30. I'll be back on with Annie and Michael and Stefan for the championship review as well this weekend at 8 p.m. So thank you very much for everyone listening in. I also apologies, I hit the back button a few times, but I didn't mean to as I was trying to get to it. But as I said, it's all learning curve for me as well. So thank you everyone for watching and have a good new year. Start the new year. Take it for now.